Broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We're going to get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's ever live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us we got Mills Young with us. We got Alex Smart, Big Al McMorty, Tony Brown, Damon Sosh, Wayne Scott, and Rod Zawacki. And here's how the lineup for this evening's show. Smart, McMorty, Sosh, Brown, Young, Scott, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, baseball on the board. Handful of games in the prime time hour. A lot of day action today. Also, Hall of Fame game. We'll actually have a pick here for you from the Hall of Fame as well. So let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pig Dogs Premium. We'll bring Alex in right now. Ready to roll here with Alex Smart. Alex, what's happening?
Good, Tony. How's everything with you today?
Everything's going awesome today. Today's action, of course, is your game we're going to be looking at here. Alex is going to be featuring this Mariners club as they're going to be going here against this Angels team here. We'll get the graphic here set up here. We know the Angels here are going to be big favorites. Of course, the guy we know who's on the mound. Ohtani is on the mound, so that's obviously going to get a lot of attention here in this one.
Absolutely. And, that's one of the reasons here. The value just doesn't meet the pitching matchup. Now, I know Ohtani is like a top-tier pitcher. He's off his first career shutout, a one-hitter, 6-0 victory over the Detroit Tigers last time out. But, it was a 111-pitch outing. I know he's skipped a start since then. But I'm just looking for immediate regression here. That does happen quite a lot. I don't have the actual percentages on that on those kind of numbers. But I know pitchers like Ohtani that have dominating efforts don't always come out as strong next time. And Wu, the opposing pitcher for Seattle, is, I think, being underrated. Just according to my data, I have him rated top 20 in the American League, and with any pitcher over 40 innings. And he's a very underrated young man. I really think he's a pitcher that can do some damage as he goes farther into his career here with the Mariners for now. But what I'm looking at here is essentially value. And the value is me betting on Ohtani regression and Wu being underrated, and also the Angels being extremely inconsistent, losing 4 of the last 6 games overall. Offense is not always there. That's been the problem with them all year long. And once again, I'm just going to go back to the same thing again. Regression for Ohtani, value on the money line, and we're going to hit up the Seattle Mariners.
All right, here we go with Alex on the Mariners here, the money line. Looking here at that big plus dollars here, plus a 141 in this one here against these Seattle, against this Angels Mariners, plus the money here in this one. Yeah, of course, last time we saw the Angels, they were back east playing that day game here against that Atlanta Braves team. And, of course, a tough spot here, right? After that 9-game road trip, you make that long flight with no rest in between.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's another good point. And what I see overall from Seattle keeps on finding a way to win. Their pitchers are decent and their bullpen's excellent. And I can't say the same really about the Angels. Very inconsistent offense, very inconsistent bullpen. And, with this kind of value on the line, I think the line should be closer to $1.20. Favoring the Angels. So, with that much percentage difference, I'm really looking at us having value with an underdog selection.
Underdog play here with the Mariners here, plus 140, 141 here against the Angels. This one they have a start time here of 9:38 Eastern Time. All right, Alex, let's go over at Pick Dog Pin for tonight's action. Of course, Alex showing good results here. Major League Baseball, 608 units of profit. Looks like we got about 6 games in the primetime hour from Major League Baseball, as well as that Hall of Fame NFL game. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
So for tonight, we have that NFL Hall of Fame game. I've got the total on that one, and also have some West Coast late steam, Major League Baseball. That's also a total, and that's it for this evening. Back tomorrow with more action. And it looks like, I don't want to jinx myself, it looks like I may have cashed this afternoon's game with Baltimore. I'm probably jinxing myself now. But,
you have it.
That good plus money. But anyway, there it is.
No, you've hit it 6-1. Alex has been on fire here. You look at his results here. Alex here, he hasn't been graded yet on that Baltimore game, so add another win. That means 6 straight winners there over at Pick Dogs when you look at his pick history. So you can add that another unit there, 100 units up, 708 units of profit last 7 days. So get on board with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, Alex doing well. That the Hall of Fame game is up there as well. West Coast late esteem play, a total from Alex. But again, instead of buying the plays individually, that 1 month pass, a great time right now. This is the time of year now when all these games are overlapping. Finally, we can say that, right? Baseball, we got all of preseason football covering that 1 month pass. Also, week 0 of college football. So good time to get on board with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium with that 1 month all sports pass. Pick as a promo code, you'll save that 15% off. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Yeah, tailgate party's just around the corner. Take care,
That's right.
Tony.
You got Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on the drive-thru. Time for Big Al McMorty. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Big Al in right now. I think we're all set to go with Big Al McMorty. Big Al, what's happened today?
Not much, Tony. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Like your cap. Big Al today looking at this one between the Dodgers and the Athletics. Going head-to-head here with the Dodgers big favorites, total 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, I wore this because I was going to talk about the Dodgers. Also, I live in Los Angeles like you, so I'm sort of root for the Dodgers a little bit here. But, LA is going to hand the ball to Julio Urias tonight, and, they've gone 43-13 in his 56 nighttime starts. And even better, when LA is installed as a big favorite, 72-20 plus 29.3 net games. I'm sorry, wrong stat. They're 272-87 plus 54.1 net games as a home favorite of 200 or more. The 72-20 stat was at home off back-to-back wins. So I like Los Angeles in this situation here. They've also done well behind Urias at home. They've won 7 of his last 8 home starts, and 6 of those last 8 have been by 2 runs or more. I'm going to lay the 1.5 runs at minus $1.35, Tony.
All right, here we go with Big Al tonight. In this one, he's going to go with the Dodgers here on the run line, lay the 1.5. Do your line shopping. We'll see a minus 128, minus 134, 135. Go ahead and check it out. Did have multiple accounts open? We talked about that a lot yesterday. So go with it. Yeah, Big Al, Urias have had his issues, but not at home. He's pitched well at home this season.
That's true. And then you look at also Oakland on the road. I mean, when they're a big underdog on the road, 3-25 as a dog of plus 200 or more, they're dreadful. So I think it's a good setup here. I like Urias at home. I like the Dodgers at home. Lay the 1.5 runs.
Lay the 1.5 runs here with the Dodgers against the Athletics. This one will have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. It's been advertised. It will be on MLB Network national television for tonight's game. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. We put the football numbers up because we begin preseason. Big Al gets into preseason action in week 2, but tonight 6 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yesterday, I cashed my American League East game of the month on the Yankees against Tampa Bay. Today, 1 baseball play, looking to remain perfect in August, win my 3rd straight in August. I've got a baseball play up there out of a 45-25 situation. And then I'll be back in action in baseball tomorrow on Friday.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Big Al McMorty over at Pick Dogs Premium. Flashing those NFL numbers. Been impressive here over this course of his career as a public handicapper. So get on board with Big Al McMorty. That 1 month pass is a good value right now. You get all of Big Al's premium plays here for 30 days, all his baseball. Week 0 of college football, as well as he would be in action likely in week 2 of the preseason. So that's all covered in that 1 month all sports pass. Pick as a promo code. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Mitch says you can add a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, as many as you'd like now in the system. So get on board with Big Al.
I still don't quite understand how that works. Is it just like if you get 5 handicappers, is it just a discount rate applied to 5 handicappers, or how does?
I guess the discount rate applied on the second capper will apply on the. I guess that amount of savings will apply on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't. But anyway, it's great value. So whatever it is, it is.
Whatever it is, get on board with Big Al.
Mitch can figure all that out.
Yeah, Mitch can figure out the numbers, guys, but make sure you get on board with Big Al. He's been on absolute, as you know, he's been a top unit producer here the first 2 years at Pick Dogs. He's in year number 3, and this is his time now. We're in the football season, so get on board with the long-term pass. As we said here, it's a really good value now to get on board with that 1 month pass. All right, Big Al, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week, but we can also catch you on the weekend shows.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, talk more baseball on the weekend, and pretty soon football will be here. This doesn't count.
That's right. It doesn't count. Exactly. All right, Big Al, have a great night. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, Tony.
You got Big Al McBoarty here on the drive through. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Let's welcome in Damian Sosh to the show. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Damian right now here. Let's see if we'll sit to roll here in just a second with Damian Sosh. We're going to get some baseball coverage tonight here from Damian. So I think we'll get his card up here in just a second here. Here we go, Damian Sosh. We're ready to roll with Damian. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tony?
Things going great. All right, here we go. This wild series here between the Reds and Cubs. Boy, oh boy, there's been some runs put up here. The Cubs favored here, minus 152, with a total sits at 10.
Yeah, the Cubs, they've really been coming on strong here in the recent weeks. They made it a 3-team race now in the NL Central between them, the Brewers, and their opponent tonight here in Cincinnati. The Cubs have gone 12-3 over the last 15 games, and they're really getting it done with their offense. During this 15-game stretch, they've averaged 8 runs per game. They're hitting .321 as a team, and they've hit 30 home runs in those 15 games. And when they play Cincinnati, when these teams get together, both of them like to score a lot of runs, and I'm liking the over in tonight's game. The last 9 games between these two teams have gone over the total. The first 3 games of their current 4-game series, the Reds have averaged 7 runs, and the Cubs have averaged 14 runs per game in this series so far. Starting for Cincinnati is going to be Luke Weaver, just 2-3 in the season with a 6.80 ERA. Cubs are going with Jameson Taillon. He's 5-6, 5.46 ERA in the season. Now he has been very good though in recent starts. He's gone 3-0 with just a 1.78 ERA in those starts. But in his career against Cincinnati, he's just 4-5 with a 4.64 ERA. I think we're going to see maybe a little bit of regression here from Taillon. I don't think he can keep those numbers up from his last 3 starts. And I really don't think Weaver is the pitcher right now to cool off those hot bats in Chicago. And I'm liking this one to go over the total, Tony.
All right, Damon says go over 10 now with this Reds and Cubs matchup here tonight from Major League Baseball. Just going to keep an eye here on this weather report to see how the wind's blowing over there in Chicago. And again, we've seen a lot of run production. Of course, that Reds bullpen hammered a bit here, as well as this Cubs team. The Reds, despite their defeats, they are producing runs. Believe it or not, in this series, it's not. The one-sidedness is really coming from the Cubs pounding this Reds pitching, but the Reds have gotten some runs in this series.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they've averaged 7 runs in this series. The Cubs averaging 14, though. It's never a good sign when you have Luke Maile pitching 2 days in a row here for the Reds in mop-up duty. So I think their bullpen is a little bit taxed. That they think they went out and they got a reliever from Oakland there at the deadline, but they're really missing, I think, Green and Lodolo. These guys are getting a little bit overworked here, and I think maybe we're seeing a little bit of that running it up against the hot bats here, the Cubs.
All right, Damon here on Reds Cubs over 10. This would have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Damien, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Good results from Damien here in baseball. 919 units of profit, 6 baseball games in the primetime hour, as well as the Hall of Fame from NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I have 2 games left on the board. We went 1-1 here on the early slate in baseball. We were able to cash in with the Kansas City Royals for the second night in a row. The Diamondbacks were a tough luck loser for us this afternoon. But tonight I have one more play in baseball left, my Major League Baseball X Factor. And you can get that for just $19. And the Hall of Fame game. I have a side that I like on that one as well. So hop on board, guys, cash those tickets. And as always the best value, one of the long-term plans, 3-7 30-day plan, 2-for-1 capper deal, or whatever you guys want. The long-term plans are the best way to get the best bang for your buck.
That's right, guys. Got aboard with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs. Good results in baseball, 919 units of profit. Action tonight on the board here from Damon from baseball, as well as that Hall of Fame game is up on the board. Of course, the long-term passes. We've been talking about this 1-month pass. It's a great value there. All of Damon's premium plays for 30 days, including his baseball, all of his preseason NFL action, and, of course, week 0 of college football. Now that these sports are overlapping, that 1-month pass, a fantastic value. Pick is a promo code. Save 15% off at checkout. All right, Damon, as always, great having you show. Continue that great work. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great night.
You as well. Damian Sosh here on the drive to. Let's continue on. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Up next, we're going out to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tony Brown is going to come in with the first NFL pick here for this season, the 2023-2024 season here. Bringing in Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Hey, how's it going?
Things going great. All right, here we go. Ready to go to NFL Hall of Fame for tonight. Browns and Jets going head-to-head as the Jets favor 2 total. We've now seen the total creep up between 33.5, 34 in this one.
Yeah, I like it to go over still. Like, people are treating this like, well, not people, the odds makers are treating this like a regular preseason game or whatnot, thinking it's going to be kind of low scoring with all the different players coming in and all that stuff. But if you look at the history of these teams, both of these teams need to get things going right away. It's only 3 preseason games this year. There's no time to lag off and, take a week off. So, they got to really get things going. All the people for the Jets that are, fighting to make the team, they're going to be fighting hard. It's a chance to play with Aaron Rodgers. This could change your life, your career, your pay structure, everything. They're going to be fighting hard to make this team. The receivers, the offense, they want to look good. Like, they just want to set the tone early, so I think they're going to give it their all. And they've cashed the over in 3 of their last straight preseason games. They went 3-0 in the preseason last year, straight up and against the spread, and they cashed the over in all 3 of those games, so they really get out there to play. And the Browns, even more, they cashed the over in 5 straight preseason games. So it's just like I don't see why this total is so low. Only reason I think it's because it's the preseason. They don't think these guys are going to get off to a good start, but I think this might be a halftime score. The Browns, they're totally rebuilding with their new quarterback. I guess he's still new because he didn't get to play much last season. So Deshaun Watson and them, they got a lot to prove. That offense got a lot to get going. The coaching staff has had a lot to get going. I just don't see them taking their foot off the gas or treating this like a throwaway game. I see them treating it like a regular season game. Game 1 of 20 is how they're going to look at it, and I think this total flies over.
All right, so Brad says go over the total here. Browns and Jets. Of course, starters will not likely play. Zach Wilson was named starting quarterback, but there'll be nothing but reserves behind him. No Aaron Rodgers, no Deshaun Watson tonight. Their quarterback rotation, actually no second string for Cleveland, as Joshua Dobbs will sit. Looks like Kellen Mond will be the quarterback in the first half. And then an interesting player here in the second half, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, that former UCLA starting quarterback. Of course, he played at UCLA for 5 years. Has mobility, very experienced. Remember, in his freshman year, he played 10 games. Then Tony Brown, he played the final 4 years over at UCLA. He was a starting quarterback. I was very shocked to see the line move because a lot of these games are decided there in the second half. And I mean, Dorian Thompson-Robinson against some 3rd and 4th string backups on defense, I think he can do some damage here.
Yeah, he might be one of the best players to ever go in the 5th round. We're talking about like some Tom Brady slip-up type stuff with these GMs. Dude was absolutely incredible. He had 3,600 yards passing. He had like 700 yards on the ground, 12 TDs. Like, he had like Heisman type numbers. He's the Now it's funny, you can say the prototypical quarterback. Back in the day, it was a running quarterback or whatnot, but now he's the prototypical quarterback that you want that can do it through the air and on his legs. So, like you said, against a bunch of backups, he's going to be able to do some damage. But then again, we don't know what these backups are going to do. These backups have been everything lately. Like, ask Brock Purdy what a backup is. Ask Tom Brady what a backup is. So we don't like calling these kids backups, man. Talent levels have gotten so great nowadays, and the disparity is getting less and less between a starter and a backup. That's why I didn't really want to pick the game. It's going to be too close to call for me. It's only a 2.5 point spread, but I think the total, way over.
There comes the total. Yeah, they do have a running back there on the Browns here. They want to get a good look at as well. Of course, the starters aren't going to. You're not going to see Chubb in this game. Obviously, he will not be in there. Also, Nathaniel Hackett, first year as an offensive coordinator after getting fired from the Broncos coach, took a little slap there from Peyton, the coach there at Denver. So he liked to get going here. Demetric Felton Jr. is going to get a really good, strong look at running back here. Of course, Kellen Mond here, interesting note with him. I think he's sort of the odd man out at Cleveland because you've got a situation with Watson, you've got Joshua Dobbs is backup, and then Thompson-Robinson is your guy. I think you'll keep on the roster as number 3. I think Mond is someone who's really auditioning here for a team come the end of the preseason.
Right, and like I said, compared to the past where a guy like that would just be starting because let his family see him on TV. He went through Hell Week and all that, but he'll never make the roster, yada, yada, yada. Now, with these scout teams are looking like, bro, you could be the starter anywhere. Or if he has a really, really good performance, Deshaun Watson's just coming back after all that trouble. You know what I mean? It's not like everything just solidified. I know they gave him the money, but they gave the guy in San Francisco the money, and now he plays for the Raiders. You know what I mean? Like, these teams just want to win, so everybody's going to be on their P's and Q's. Even the fifth string guy, even the popcorn vendors, this is their first day out. This is what sets the tone. Instead of looking at it as the first preseason game, I look at it as the first game of a 20-game schedule, and that's all that it is. And even though the starters might not play, we're still going to get a lot of action.
Yeah, a lot of action. Trying to intrigue here with some of these backups here. And here we go in this one. Here, we got Jets and Browns to go over 33.5. There are some 33.5s in the marketplace. This is the sharpest book in the world. That moved over to 34. It opened at 33, so we've seen the line move to the over. There are some 33.5s. Many books right now, offshore, onshore, very popular offshore. But actually, the two biggest legal U.S. sports books online have that 33.5, so it's easily found at that number. This one will have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time, over on NBC. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, 6-1 baseball. We also have a single here from the Hall of Fame game. Good results here for the year. Tony Brown actually at 200 units, a profit, 559 now from Tony Brown for the year over at Pick Dog Spin. Looks like we've got some grading coming in here from Tony Brown. A winner with the run line Rangers, winner with the under. Easy under winner there with the Giants and Diamondbacks. Make that now 559. The numbers for Tony Brown for the year. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we still got a big card on the board. I got my plays up for Friday night already because we have some early morning games. Like you mentioned, we already cashed 2 of those. We cashed the under in the Diamondbacks. We cashed the Rangers on the run line. So with everything going off in the morning, we took care of Friday already. We got those plays up. Get them now while we got the good lines. And then I still got a few more plays up for Thursday night. Thursday 3-pack and my individual play for only $19. So you're going to be able to make money with me all week, all weekend, all year, whatever you want to do, man. Break that bookie.
That's right, guys. Got to board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Make that 559 units of profit for the year. Tony Brown with plays tonight here from baseball. 3-pack up on the board right now. You can get on board with that. But instead of buying all these plays individually, Tony Brown has that VIP all sports pass for the year. Tony Brown, a station there in Las Vegas, Nevada. The folks that grind out the numbers every day. Tony Brown, that's the best value up there.
Yeah, home of the Raiders, soon to be championship Raiders, but that's for another show. You guys don't got to persecute me now. But, yeah, we're here all year, every day, all day. I do all the sports, MLB, NHL, NBA, NCAA, UFC, boxing, you name it. I mean, if you get into buying those plays individually or even individual sports passes, it can get a little pricey. But if you buy the VIP year, it's like the cheat code. You know what I mean? You're paying one time. You're paying for 365 days to play, and you get every single pick I release from every sport. So there's no upselling, nothing like that. You get the playoffs, the championship picks, every single pick I release from every single sport, all included with the VIP all sports year.
That's right, guys. Get up right here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dog Spin. 1 year all sports pass, your best value. Pick is a promo code. Save 15% off that 1 year all sports pass, about almost $200 off that price. So get on board right now. Get every play from Tony Brown, including postseason and include preseason football. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. Get that camera back. Continue that success. And we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony. I'll see you guys next week.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Mills Young. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Mills in right now. Looks like we're going to the fight game tonight with Mills. Mills, what's happening? All right, Mills, we got no sound from you. Let's see how we get that correct. Let's see. We still can't hear you there, Mills. You're on mute there. There we go.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we got to press a green light on that button on the microphone, right?
Yep, that's right. Got to get that green light on. So here we go, Mills, tonight. We're looking at boxing for the weekend. Is Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. It's not an MMA fight. That's why you see the odds here. It's Jake Paul and Nate Diaz in a boxing. Let's hope Nate can follow the rules in boxing. That's my concern here. Jake Paul, big favorites here in this one. Round total 7.5.
Yeah, oh man, this fight's going to be a boxing match, right? Who would have thought, about 2 years ago that we'd be talking about Jake Paul being a favorite fight to Nate Diaz. But we're here and we're at that stage. All right, Nate Diaz, looked good in his last MMA fight. He was able to choke out Tony Ferguson. But that was an MMA fight. Jake Paul, his last boxing fights, let's just talk about it. You know, he went over there, he fought the younger cousin or brother of Tyson Fury. Forget his name. I think it was Paul Fury, Tommy Fury, that's what it was. A lot of people thought Jake Paul was going to win that one, but it showed on there. When Jake Paul's fighting a better boxer, you know, he's going to get outboxed. So he was able to, you know, go the whole rounds with him and not win the decision. That was his first loss. Before that, got to take your hat off to him. You know, he laid out Tyron Woodley in the ring boxing, laid out Nate Robinson, laid out Ben Askren. You know, he's been as advertised as boxing. You know, you can't really complain. Nate Diaz, when it comes down to it, he's going to be putting on those gloves for the first time. And the first time, he's a little bit older in his career. If he would have been taking this stage, this fight at maybe 10 years ago, would have been a different odds, and I probably would have been looking at it a different way. But I'm going to be on Jake Paul to win inside the distance by TKO, KO, or DQ at a minus 150 on here. I got a lot of reasons on why I like him to win on there, but I'm going to just go ahead and give the play out there. Jake Paul is going to win inside the distance by TKO, KO, minus 150.
There you go, Mills here on Jake Paul win by TKO, KO, minus 150. Make sure you keep an eye on that DQ. I'm a little concerned here with Nate Diaz if he gets frustrated in this fight. That's the one thing I'm a little nervous about with him.
Yeah, I'm more nervous just about him going on and just wanting to quit after about 6 or 7 rounds, and he sees like, hey man, this thing ain't going my way. The reason why I'm playing him to win by TKO or KO is the scar tissue. Nate Diaz has some of the worst scar tissue in MMA, and this is boxing, folks. So you know, once that eye gets swollen and that cut starts getting revealed, it's gonna start leaking and bleeding. And what I'm looking at is, you know, him looking for another way out. Just say, hey, you know what? I already got paid. It's round 4, round 5. You know what I mean? My face looks like the tomato field. So, you know, that's where I can see the ref and everybody coming in there and just saying, looking at him, and then Nate being like, yeah, man, I'm done. And then they're just like, hey, you know what? It's over. And then we're going to be able to say cash it. So that's what I'm even betting on a lot on this is the scar tissue of Nate Diaz. Once that starts to show, I'm pretty sure the ref's going to be looking at that real quick.
Refs, the doctors, the cornermen. What can you give us a little background here on Diaz's training for this fight? Obviously you look for a boxing trainer, right? That's what you're looking for here.
Well, see, this is the thing. I will say this. You know, when Nate Diaz was training in MMA, he used to train and box with Andre Ward back in the day. But that was when Andre Ward was an active boxer and he was actually boxing. That boat shipped a long time ago. So as of late, he's just been training with everybody that he has in his own Nick Diaz Academy. They don't have any acclimated boxers. They're more of a jiu-jitsu type fighter style over there. So he doesn't have any boxers in there specifically training for this. When you look at all the pictures on his Instagram and his Twitter, you don't see him, you know, putting in the time. Like, hey, you know, look, I'm at a boxing gym doing rounds on the speed bag. I'm doing rounds on the heavy bag. You know, I'm hitting the focus mitts. You know, I'm parrying jabs. You don't see none of that. In the hindsight of Jake Paul, I mean, even just before this fight and everything, that's kind of all you kind of see him portraying in the pictures of. So even if, you know, 24 hours in a day, if Jake Paul's spending 3 to 4 hours a day just training on certain things, which I think that's what he was doing like for the last 6 to 8 months to the last year to get to this stage, that right there is a lot more than what Nate Diaz is doing at his gym with his homies over there.
All right, there we go, Mills. Jake Paul win by TKO KO minus 150 for this weekend. All right, Mills, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Pin for tonight's action. Of course, 6 on the board here from Major League Baseball as well as the Hall of Fame game. Mills with fantastic results over the last 3 days. 478 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dog Pin. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, man, I got a 3-pack up there for you guys to get your feet wet today. I got 2 baseball plays and I got 1 in the NFL today. Yeah, so you can go ahead and get that 3-pack. It's only $35, so if you guys actually do the math, it's like you're getting a pick for free and a discount on 2. Besides that, it's UFC this weekend, so we're going to go ahead and get that 3-day pass rolling out now. best advance, get that 3-day pass so you can get cash today, Friday, and Saturday. Already got a UFC bet that I got locked and loaded. Nice price tag on it too, as well. And I got 2 other bets that I got locked up in there as well. One's going to be an underdog and then 2 other favorites. So this is the best time to get the 3-day pass so you can get everything that I got locked and loaded all the way until Saturday. If you guys just want something for today, I got everything up there individually. 1 play in the NFL, 2 in the MLB, or else you can get that 3-pack.
Absolutely, guys. And we're looking at UFC this weekend. Any MMA?
Yeah, definitely, man. So the main event, you got Corey Sandhagen taking on Rob Font. He was supposed to be taking on Umar Nurmagomedov, but Umar Nurmagomedov pulled out. So that's going to be the main event on there. You know, Corey Sandhagen is a big favorite, though. He opened up a -230. Now he's all the way up to a -325 on there. Besides that, you got Tatiana Suarez taking on Jessica Andrade. She's a big favorite on the card as well. You know, a lot of people thinking that Jessica Andrade is going to have a lot of value at plus 300 underdog on there, you know, because she held the title before. And you got about 10 other fights on the card on there. But, yeah, man, it's definitely you got UFC definitely going on this weekend. It's a bounce-back week for me. I put out too many props last week for me to come out on top, but I'm bouncing back this week.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Mills Young over at Pick Dogs. Premium good results over the last 30 days, so get on board with Mills. MLB Big Bet of the Day. There is a time bomb up there as well. 3-pack of winners from baseball. NFL Moneymaker. Now, best value right now is that 3-day all sports pass from Mills. Get all of Mills premium plays for 30 days. That's all his baseball for 30 days. His NFL Hall of Fame. But for tonight, also his UFC picks here for the weekend, Saturday. Remember that 3-day pass gets you Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So get on board with Mills' 3-day pass. Pick is a promo code. You'll save that 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Mills, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. Let everybody know they can catch you here. We catch you sometime on those weekend shows. Of course, your Mills prop video. And we also catch that UFC rundown.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm going to get the UFC rundown out tonight for you guys a little bit later. I just came off a plane like yesterday and stuff like that from Hawaii, so still trying to deal with some stuff. Besides that, I do got my prop video out there. We're shopping for the best props out there. Hey, I got locked and loaded in the baseball today, but I'm going to give you guys my best WNBA prop out there. Diana Taurasi to score over her point prop, 20.5 points. Why? Because she needs 18 points to set the record for her team for something over 10,000 points. She's playing at home, so definitely, man, I think she's going to go over that point prop today. So that's my best player prop for the WNBA card. Baseball prop, go ahead and take Ohtani over 7.5 Ks. I mean, you know, the math's in the maths right there. He's been cashing on it, 60% clip on the betting tools. They agree with it as well. So you can't go wrong with that. Besides that, check us out, man. We got a lot of stuff coming out for you guys. All you guys got to do is hit the like and hit the notification to know when we go live here at Pick Dogs. Tony T's killing it as well, as usual, making our job easy. So keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate all the work.
You got it, Mills. Get on board with Mills Young over at Pick Dogs Prim. Get that 3-day pass right now. Use the promo code PICK. Save that 15% off. Right, Mills. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, man. See you guys later.
Got it. Mills Young here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, we're going to go ahead and bring in Wayne Scott. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We got some baseball coverage with Wayne tonight. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
Things going great. All right, here we go. Big night tonight in Major League Baseball. Probably one of the games of the night tonight. Astros and Yankees. This one on Fox going head-to-head. Even money on each. We're pretty much a pick 'em in this one, right? Minus 104 on each side. Some of your books might be minus 110. Some may be minus 115 on each side. That's why you got to shop and get the best numbers and actually get the best value for your bets here as we showcase the sharpest line in the book. We see a total here, 9 in this one.
Yes, sir. And this line, like Tony said, had me a little confused here because I do believe Houston is the better team and should be the favorite in this one. I do see kind of why New York is favored. They're at home with Clark Smith on the mound. Smith's 5-0 in his last 5, but I remember the old Smith too. I do remember a guy that can give up plenty runs, although he's been running pretty hot right now. And when it comes to this game, It's just Houston 7-3 in their last 10, and they are the hotter team, and they're actually a good road team too at 31 and 22. Game one of a series. New York is 0-3 in their last three of game one of a series, and both of these teams are coming off a win, and New York struggles to win back-to-back. And one of the major things that I'm looking at in this one is the batting, man. Houston batting has been way more consistent. I know Judge is back in the lineup, but and I know they had a good batting game last game, but besides that, man, it's just not believing in these Yankees bats. And they're fifth in the division, not too far behind Boston and the Blue Jays, so they can creep up a little bit. But Houston is second in their division, battling back and forth with the Rangers. I believe they do want to climb back up in that first place spot where we're accustomed to seeing them. Houston 14 and 11 as road dogs too, so they do a good job when they're getting that plus money on the road as well. And I just believe in Houston a lot more in this situation. You give me. I started off as a slight underdog. Now, like you said, pick 'em. I'll take Houston in this pick 'em situation in this one.
All right, Houston Astros minus 104, minus 107. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. That's the pick here from Wayne in this one. Yeah, hard to argue that one. You know, interesting notes here. The Astros have just owned the Yankees. They've won 9 of their past 10 here against New York. Javier has been good against the winning teams at 14-5 team record. And I always bring this up here with this Yankees team at night. They just don't get it done. 215 batting average, 3.7 runs a game, minus 13.5 units loss here in these night games.
Yes, sir. It's hard to beat people when you can't hit the runs in. I don't care how good you're pitching. I don't care how you're coming together. If you're not producing the runs, it's just hard to beat people, man. And that's something they struggle with all season. I didn't realize they were struggling that bad at night. So thank you, Tony, with the gym right there. And Houston, man, they're just way more consistent right here, way fighting a lot more right here. And I just love them in this spot right here tonight.
All right, Wayne here on the Astros, minus 107 against the Yankees. This one to have a start time here, 7:15 Eastern time. Big Fox on Thursday Night Baseball. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Big Pick Dog Swim for tonight's action. Wayne is killing it here right now in Major League Baseball. 1,281 units of profit for 2023 for baseball. 6 on the board for Major League Baseball. We also have that Hall of Fame game, NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I'm still focused on baseball. 3 plays in baseball already locked in today. I do got my best bet in my 3-pack and my best bet outside my 3-pack. So if you're looking for one play, you can go on and hop on my hit and run play of the day. If you need multiple plays, you can go ahead and grab that 3-pack. As these guys have been hollering on the show, a 2-for-1 handicapper special, man. As my guy Hot Rod would say, 2 heads are always better than 1. Combine them plays up and lock some good bets in with us, and let's continue to hit.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great numbers here from Wayne for the year. 1,281 units of profit baseball for the year. So get on board with Wayne. Also showing great profit the last 30 days. This is baseball, $19 premium on the board. 3-pack as well. But again, a great value is that 1-month all sports pass. All these sports are overlapping. Get all of Wayne's premium plays for 30 days. Entire preseason football is covered. Week 0 of college football as well as the baseball. Pick promo code SAVE that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, thank you, Tony T. Gonna enjoy these baseball games and scout some of these veterans and rookies in this preseason game tonight. So it does feel a little good to have another sport to mix in right now. So
you got it. Indeed. All right, Wayne, have a great night. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we will recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Rod Zawacki. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bring him in right now. Rod making a special Thursday appearance for us here on the show. So we'll get Rod in right now. I think we're ready to set here. We'll get him. We're ready to go. He's in the Skype world tonight. We'll bring Rod in right now. Ready to roll with Rod. Rod, what's happening? Oh, wait a minute. What? Actually, we'll get this corrected in just a second here. It was some technical stuff I had to get set up to get Rod's picture in this screen. So let me go ahead and get that set up here. Let's see, 1 second here. Think we got him in the big screen now. Here we go. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying some of this afternoon baseball action, and definitely getting ready for tonight's Hall of Fame game and the rest of the MLB action, and also got a little bit WNBA for you as well. So
that's right.
More winners.
Get some more winners indeed. Here we go. In about half an hour or so, Pirates and Brewers going head-to-head tonight with the Brewers favored -125, a total of 8.5.
Well, we're looking at this one here, and Mitch Keller's getting the start here for the Pirates, and he's been struggling his last 3 games. 0-3 with an 8.64 ERA and a 1.86 WHIP. Yikes! Struggling from he's started the season with. He's given up 16 runs over his last 3 games. And on the other side of the bump here, Hauser getting the start for the Brewers, and he hasn't been much better. 0-1 with a 6.89 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP. He's also given up 12 runs over his last 3 games. So I don't think either of these stars equate to who gets the win. I think they give up a few runs. And then when you throw it to the bullpens, you look both of these bullpens, they average about giving up 4 runs this season, but over the last 10, the Brewers bullpen's been a little bit shaky. 5.23 ERA over the last 10. Pirates bullpen's been a little better, 2.2 ERA over the last 10. Kind of lead to the Pirates to get the win here in this one, but the better play is to take the over, as I think both teams will easily score 4 runs. I think it's as well up and over this total. Take the over, Pirates. Brewers.
All right, Rod says go over the total here with this Pirates and Brewers game. And, of course, Rod, looking at this Keller, it's been a struggle for Keller. He's been giving up a bit of runs here, 16 runs over his past 16 or 30 innings. He was sporting a pretty good year, but it's kind of gone south for him.
It's totally went off the deep end for him. He was off to a great start, looking good. Looked like he was going to be able to be maybe moved for the Pirates and get some return for him, but not with that drop-off. Nobody's jumped all over Keller in this one, and it's struggling. Sad to see for the guy. I hope he gets things turned around, but not in this one. We want some runs, so I hope he still stays pitching like he has been, and we get up and over this 8.5.
All right, Rod says go over here this number of 8.5 in this one between this Pirates and, of course, the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, Rod, we always talk peripherals with you. We do have a WNBA game on the board tonight, Dream and Mercury. We see the Dream favorite on the road, -7.5 total. It sits about 164, 163.5.
Yeah, well, look at this one. Both of these teams played one night ago off of 1 day's rest for both of these teams. So tough spot for both. So we're going to go with the under here. You look at the Dream, 9-1 to the under in their last 10 games. 5-0 to the under following an ATS loss are the Dream. Mercury on the other side of the ball. They're 5-1 to the under in their last 6 at home here. And I think head-to-head, it's even, head-to-head, 5-1. The last 6 meetings between these two have went under the total. Meeting earlier this season finished 78-65 for Atlanta. But the problem with Atlanta's 0-4 ATS their last 4 following 1 days of rest. So tough spot here. Take the under 63.5 is where it's at. I like that as the better play. And I also would spring a little bit on the Phoenix Mercury here. As Mills said earlier before me, you look, the reason why that Deanna has been scoring the points that she's been scoring. Her last 2 games, she's got 29 points and 24 points. And in that game, the reason why is because Brittany Griner has been out for the Mercury. She's missed the last 2 games, and so Diana's had to step up. So take that prop that Miles has, that he gave out over the 20.5. I like that one as well.
All right, we go at CFL tonight. So we have single games here Thursday, Friday, Saturday as well. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday single games. So tonight, BC at Winnipeg. Winnipeg 5.5 with a total about 44.5.
Yeah, and looking at this CFL game tonight, you know what? This is a revenge spot for this Winnipeg team. Remember, we gave out the BC Lions when they came into Winnipeg, and they got a nice win, outright win in Winnipeg in that one. But this is a tough spot here. The quarterback that was playing in that one is not Vernon Adams. Is not going to be in this one for the Lions. It's going to be Evans, and we seen him last week against the Elks, and sure, BC got the win, but they got the win because all Evans had to do was hand the ball off. The Elks with the worst rush defense in the CFL. They had no problem running it over the Elks in that one. He didn't have to throw the ball. In this one against Winnipeg, they'll be stacking that line, and it's going to be tough for them to run against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers here. Lay the points with the Bombers. I think they get the revenge and win by a touchdown plus in this one.
There you go. Lay the points of Winnipeg there. Your peripheral picks here from Rod. Baseball, Pirates, Brewers, over 8.5. This one to have a start time here of 7:15 Eastern time. The other game over on Big Fox. Right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we do have 6 on the board for Major League Baseball. The Hall of Fame game from the NFL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over Pick Dogs Premium, I got 2 plays. I've got my 10-star play of the day in the MLB. We've hit 40 of the last 63 on it, so scoop that up, $19. Or I've got the Hall of Fame game standalone itself. I got your winner in that one. Head on over, scoop that up. Or now's the time, as Mill says, grab that 3-day pass. You get everything going this weekend, because I like to get things in early. So you'll definitely get all the way covered to Sunday's action. So grab that 3-day pass. Or, as we said, now we got 2 heads are better than 1. Well, so is 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 7 handicappers to 1. So head on over, take advantage of that 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 1, and so on and so on. As many cappers as you want to add, use that promo code PICK at checkout, save 50% off. Always jump aboard with the best handicappers over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. Got aboard with Rod Zwack over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, this $19 play is up there. Of course, long-term passes will serve you well. Get that 3-day pass from Rod Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You also get that Sunday action in early before the clock strikes midnight on Saturday, so they sneak in that Sunday action for you as well in that 3-day pass. So get on board, pick promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great to have you on your show. Let me get back to the Skype world here with Rod. Great to have you on the show, Rod. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again on Steak Friday.
Definitely. Great to be here. Good to see everybody. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for having me on this little guest appearance on Thursday. We'll catch everybody tomorrow on Steak Friday. By the way, hit that like button. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. Like, subscribe if you're new to our channel. That way you get notified when all the content is released. And there are so many content that's always been being out here on Pick Dog. So glad to have you aboard. See everybody tomorrow.
That's right. See everybody tomorrow. So get on board. And of course, we can also catch you on the weekend shows, right, Rod?
Definitely tune into the weekend shows, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Be on there as well. Definitely you'll see the same list of handicappers going. So jump aboard. We love the weekend show as well.
Absolutely. Love the week show indeed. All right, Rod. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again here on tomorrow's show.
Definitely. Have yourself a good evening, Tony. Catch you tomorrow.
As well. Ron Zawacki here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss a pick, we recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's just get to my play. Then I will put the game in there. It's going to show Rod's game, but I'm going to go ahead and get that fixed right now here as we go into tonight's action between the Cardinals and the Twins going head-to-head tonight over on from Major League Baseball. We see the line here, minus 135 on the Twins. We see the total sitting here at 8.5. And on this one, well, the game I'm going to be on this one is the side I'm going to be on here is on the underdog in this game. I like the Cardinals here at minus the 124. And let's see if we can get this. Let me see here. I've got my battery rolling here. Oh, we'll see why we can't get the. Well, let me go ahead and manually put it in there. So, yeah, we're going to be here on this Cardinals team tonight here against the Twins. I'll get you the data here in a second. I just want to get the game up there for you so you can see it. There we go. Cardinals minus 121 here against the Twins. You could probably find 124. Do your line shopping. Get the best numbers if you could in this one. All right. Sonny Gray is scheduled to start. Just want to make sure there hasn't been any changes here as I've been doing the show. Still Sonny Gray here, I believe, is set to go here. Sonny Gray, respectable ERA on the year, 3.22, whip of 1.27. 23% strikeout rate, does get the ground balls. Now, Matt Liberatore's had some issues here. ERA over 6, whip of 1.84. But the Twins, this is a team that's running bad right now. They've lost 6 of 7. The team is hitting just .217 against left-handed starters, averaging 3.3 runs a game. Gray, over his past 4 starts, allowed 16 earned runs in 23 2/3 innings. We got through this trading deadline. People can relax now on the Cardinals side. We'll look for them here as the underdog, plus 124 against the Twins. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium tonight. I've got plays up on the board right now, 3-pack as well as an individual play. Best bet on the board here for Major League Baseball, so go ahead and get on board with that. Of course, you can get my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 3rd day all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase, use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. And of course, on the all long-term pass, remember we talk about that 1-month pass is a really good value because it includes all baseball for 30 days, preseason football, the entire preseason football, as well as week 0 college football with that 1-month pass. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's get to the recap. Alex got us started with the Mariners plus 141 against the Angels. Big on McMorty, Dodgers run line, lay the run and a half, minus 135 against the Athletics. Damon says Reds Cubs over 10. Tony Brown was on the Jets Browns over 33 and a half. Mills like Jake Paul to win by TK or KO at minus 150. Wayne was on the Astros minus 107 against the Yankees. Rod says Pirates Brewers over 8.5. I'll be on Cardinals plus 121 here against the Twins. The one I like the most in this one will be on the Big Al's play here, like Dodgers run line in this one against Athletics. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Guys, be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll go with their plays for you live here on the show. And don't forget, it always gets started with that morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on the weekends. You have Mitch, you got Chris, and you got Jay on the morning show. We also have Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his betting tools show, professional roundtable show as well from Mitch. Of course, don't forget, we've got Ron Romanelli's Major League Baseball rundown, a pick from every game from Major League Baseball from Ron, Jay, and Mitch with that NFL show every day here on the channel. Mike Davis live show Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, prize picks, as well as those first 5 innings picks for you here on the channel. Nick Menken, Nerfies, Yerfies. Also, we have content here from Brad with his parlay video of the day, Mills with his prop video of his day, Mills also with the UFC rundown. More and more content daily here on the channel every single day. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. As these videos drop, you get notified to get the plays in real time, or as they drop. If they're live shows, you get them in real time, but as they drop, to get the best numbers. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Let's bring in our cappers from tonight. We will wait. Good night to you guys. You guys have a great evening and afternoon, and we'll catch up with you.